In recent years, the global economic crisis has shaken the world, forcing leaders to rethink current paradigms of government, business, and the public sector. The WFEB at the United Nations in Geneva will address the importance of good governance and transparency through shared values.
We really were constituted with 4 key objectives: how to increase global awareness of ethics in business, how to facilitate sharing of global best practices, enable and support leaders to really act ethically, and then how can we forge coalitions, move ahead together to ensure collective action. So it's a two-pronged approach really of advocacy and action.
This particular World Forum for Ethics in Business is very important. And it's very important because through this forum, through this partnership, we can galvanize a new global movement, a revolution, which is anchored around a new paradigm for capitalism that is imbued with ethics and a social purpose.
So in such a time and environment, how do organizations and countries ensure good governance?
Now, in this context, a new paradigm for a new approach to capitalism is emerging, where companies are generating economic value by solving social problems. The opportunity for the World Forum for Ethics in Business is to scale this up so it becomes a global movement.
I believe it is important for us all to keep in mind the very fundamental meaning of ethics. Ethics is knowing the difference between what you have a right to do and what it is right to do.
According to the UN, good governance is consensus-orientated, follows the law, and is effective and efficient. Transparency, accountability, and tackling corruption are all recipes for long-term success for all corporations or charities.
Corruption is happening, as we say. Corruption is happening because there is no sense of belonging. Just criticizing anyone is not helpful. If you are just going to sit and criticize, then it will only bring distance. Then you don't belong. So instead, like what we say, you have to become a bridge. You have to understand, then win them over with love.
The bottom line is, it's about trust. And trust leads to better ethics, which in turn leads to better business ethics. And trust should be created right at the early days, in the childhood days.
Ethics need to be inculcated, cultivated, and nurtured as the seed is already present in every human being. It's already there. It just needs a little more nurturing in politics, in business, in the faith-based organizations, and also in civic society. If all these 4 institutions work together, we can definitely make a difference in this coming century.
La vertu, l'éthique, est un juste milieu entre 2 défauts, un manque et un excès. La politique ou la vie politique étant le mode de gestion de la cité des hommes, devrait donc être dirigée par des hommes et des femmes dotés de ces qualités inhérentes à leur personne.
The conference in Geneva marked the 10th anniversary of the WFEB, where 10,000 leaders from 60 countries participated in innumerable stories of transformation at a personal as well as corporate level.
You have to have a value system which is deeply embedded in the things that you believe in. So my journey was personal and also driven by family values. That you have to believe in the dignity of human person. And whatever you do which is unethical, basically you are cheating human beings.
Once you are in leadership situation, you have to keep open to critics, to new ideas, and also to real values. So that's part of the game.
I'm afraid that business has lost also some kind of the raison d'être. It's important for any person. The biggest question, not why they're important, because we are born with the ability to differentiate between good and evil.
How is it possible in a more globalized world to make sure that those who have the most to gain of globalization, those who work with international trade, with international finance, with international communications, how can these people contribute to global solidarity when we know that they are the ones who are best able to evade tax and evade this solidarity?
It depends on the people. Everything depends on people. And I think this is maybe, without having prepared such a message, is maybe one of the key messages. It's people who make ethics, who follow ethics, and it's people whom we have to educate to help them to follow ethics. And without people, it doesn't work.
The WFEB conference was organised by the International Association for Human Values in partnership with the World Forum for Ethics in Business, the Global Partnership Forum, and the World Bank Institute.
We have to go back to a healthier approach where profit is only necessary in order to sustain for the sustainability of business. That is not the ultimate goal of business. I think the contribution of the WFEB and of other similar organizations is to support this, to articulate it, and to make the point to business.
The World Forum is playing a tremendous role in bringing to society the message of the importance of some minimal rules of conduct on ethics and the way to conduct business, not only the private but in the public sector.
What I wanted to say is that this is not just a meeting. It's an opportunity for us to forge a global movement. Let's join together to make a world where companies increase their bottom line but also increase their developmental impact.
It's high time that we put our attention in bringing back the ethics, not just in business, but in the social and civic society as well.